Hello friends, welcome to BISP trainings and I am Ashwin. Today our this session agenda is to create the database and table data insertion. In our last video we have created a project in Python. Now in this video we will create a database, we will create migrations, and after creating the table we will insert the data from CSV. We will also upload the CSV and import the CSV data to the data table. So let's see the steps. See, this time we are using here MySQL. So we are using here database MySQL to insert the data inside the MySQL table. What we have to do first, create a database name inside MySQL. Another step is open models.py file in your application and then write the table attribute description like this. Go to your application, you will see here models.py, and inside that you have to define a class student info, the name, the father's name, email, DOB, date of birth, and then you have to write class meta ordering. That means the ordering and the data fetching will be done by ID. Now go to settings.py file. Inside your settings.py file you have to define the database name like this. See, by default this name is given for SQL. These are the steps to attach the SQLite, but we need MySQL database to be connected. Now in that case, what we have to do, you have to copy all these things. This line, you have to copy this line and type inside another tab of browser. You will be redirected to another page. There you will find the connectivity of different databases. I will show it to them. I will show it to you. Then, and somewhere after that, in settings.py file, you have to define the static folder and media folder, because inside media folder all the files are saved, so you have to define them also. Now come here. After that, once creating the table name, you have to run this make migration and migrate command, so your database table will be created like this. See, here I have executed the make migration command, so migration is created. After that, I have to run the migrate python manage.py migrate. So all these tables will be created. Now let's see some practical. Let me show you the file here. First of all, what we need to do is create the database student app. This is our first step to create the database name. This is the student app. Now come to the models.py. Here you have to define the attributes of that table. This is student info, and at the top of this page you have to write django.db import models. After that, go to the settings.py, define this table database connectivity. See, let me copy. If you copy this and go to another tab here, you will be redirected to another page, that is Django page. Here you will see inside this documentation, you will come to know about the database connectivity. This is by default, and this is for Postgre and MySQL both. So these lines I have copied and pasted it in here. I have changed it MySQL, and student app is my database name. 127 is the host name, and 3306 means This is 3306 port name. It comes from here. Now, at the end of this file, you have to define the static folder here, base dir. After that, base dir media folder. So you don't need to write the complete path again and again. Just write medias double slash. I will show it to you how it works. Now, after make migration, the command will be executed and table will be created. Now let's run our project. See, right now here is student information. I am going to delete this. Now choose here file, student information, and then submit. Now see what will come. File saved successfully. File is saved inside the DB here. Oh, sorry, method folder. Now another step is to import the file data inside the table. Let me clear this database table. Right now there are two records. Let me delete this. Now the table is empty. Import from CSV. Here, the data is received now. So let's have a look on how it works, this choose file, and how to upload the CSV. Now see here, this is the index page. This is the code of uploading CSV. First of all, form method post enc type multipart form data. It is normal in every case. Now here action is student app upload CSV. Student app upload CSV. Student app is our app name. Upload CSV is the function, is the name which is to be searched inside the URL py file. And from there we will get the name of the function. This is not a function name. This is the name to be searched. CSRF token, it is compulsory. Name of this file is CSV file and CSV file. Okay. Now go to the student URL. See, this is upload CSV. This is the name to be searched, as I told you. This name will be searched here inside this. This is the function name, and this name will be displayed in the URL. So there are three parameters. This name will be displayed in the URL. This is the function. Now from here, .views import file, upload CSV. Go to the views file, import CSV. Yes. Oh, sorry, upload CSV. Upload CSV, yes. We are uploading the CSV. Now request.method equal to post and request.files equal to CSV files. This is the name of that file, CSV file. Then my file equal to request my CSV file. This is the object. Now my file dot name. See, we have to use try catch method. Try and accept. F equal to open media slash slash plus my file dot name means it will check if already there is a file name student underscore info dot CSV. Then it will print already exist. Otherwise, if there is no file, then what it will do, file system storage fs dot save my file dot name my file. So in this way, your file will be saved, file saved successfully. And then it will be redirected to again index page from here. Now last time here file saved successfully return. Now this time again I will attempt to upload the CSV. See, from the desktop, I'm going to upload the CSV. Just a second, I have to restart it again. Control C. Yes. Again, we will upload this file. Now see what will this, it already exists. The file already exists. So in this way, repeated time, the file will not be uploaded. Now this, we have uploaded the file here. Now we have to import the data from CSV. So for this button I have created. See what is the working of this button. Index page, form, method post action, student app import CSV, and then multipart ENC type multipart form data, which is obvious for every procedure, then CSRF token. Now I have just written here submit import from CSV. See this import CSV, this word will be searched here, import CSV. It will catch this, not this. Then on URL it will be written this keyword, then this is the function name. See import CSV. Come here, import CSV. Yes. Now if request method equal to post, yes, the method is post. Then we have to do some connectivity here. My DB equal to MySQL DB connect host localhost root database and password is null. After that cursor mydb equal to cursor mydb dot cursor. Then what is this first line? I will explain it later. First let's do this. Now see, if f equal to open media student info information.csv, if already file exists, then what it will do with open, this is the function name, this is the fixed function name, with open media student information.csv, this is the read mode here as file. We are reading here csv.reader. With the help of csv.reader we are reading the file. For row in render, if first line equal to, I will explain it why it is written here. Cursor.execute, this is the command to insert the data. Insert into student app name fname email dob $s percentage and comma row will be inserted. Then mydb.commit cursor.close. Now let's see why this first line is written here. See, you can see here the first line is not the data, it is a header in every column, and we don't want header to be inserted inside the database. See, you will not see the database header name fname, you will see only data to be inserted. So that is why this is written here, first line equal to true. This is a variable first line equal to true. If first line equal to true, yes, it is found true, then make it false and then again continue from here. That means first line will be skipped, it will never entered. So that is why this is the concept of this first line variable. After that insert into, this is simple SQL command. This thing is new, that this row for row in render. So this row, that means it, we will receive an array of data from this CSV file. We will receive one row in the form of array, or we can say string, list of string. So this is the procedure. After that mydb commit, then cursor close. And if data, if there is no file, then it will return, it will write print file is not accessible, and then again redirect to index page. So friends, now the question is why there is a need to create two separate buttons. Because when you work on a project like any analytic project, you don't need to upload the CSV file again and again. Once the CSV file is uploaded and the data is inserted inside the table, then you always need to work with that data which is extracted from the database table, or this is the only one time procedure to upload the CSV. That is why I have shown you both the procedures, uploading the CSV and importing the data inside the from the CSV to table. You can attach both the procedure in one function also, uploading the CSV and uploading the data from CSV at the same time. It is up to your requirement. So in this session, we have uploaded the CSV and inserted the data. In our next session, in our next video, what we will do, we will extract the data and do some cleaning and massaging process. We will do some cleaning and massaging process on the table. So till then, thank you. Thanks for watching the video.